North Dakota is high on the list for a traveling hunter because it's affordable. There's a lot of great bucks there, and it's just a great opportunity to get out, extend your season. I'm from Iowa, and so this is September, so I got to get to North Dakota, hunt a whole month before our season at home started up. And it's just a great way to get the season kicked off.
I met Thomas working at Menards in college. Right away, I could tell that he was a jackass.
So when we had the chance to get together to hunt this fall, I jumped all over it. I knew it was going to be a great opportunity, and I was excited to get there.
No, we became friends. We got into fishing and hunting together, and he actually bow hunted on my family's land the first year. He managed to harvest a pretty nice deer that year, and then he got me into bow hunting. He's the reason for my addiction. I hunted a lot of spots that Josh very well could have taken for himself. They were perfectly set up. He knew what was going on, been running cameras and numerous cameras on numerous sites, and each time he selflessly gave me those spots over the ones that he was hunting, and each time, it's just the way it happened to work. He ended up seeing the deer and I wasn't into him until that afternoon where I ended up missing Lazarus.
Alright, there's a shooter buck working his way towards us. It's a real nice 10-pointer. He's pretty skeptical. I'm not sure if he'll come all the way or not, but...
Meh.
You don't get a lot of opportunities of good deer, especially when you're on the road. I just blew it 25 yards. Lazarus, we think. I'd have been real proud of that deer being on the road, not having a lot of time. Tremendous Dakota whitetail.
I knew he was 25 yards, put the 30-yard pin on him and shot right over his back. I have no excuses. I just flat blew it, and you can imagine walking away from the hunt that afternoon. I figured that was the only chance I was going to get at a shooter, and I just blew a great opportunity. So it was kind of hard to get back up and go the following day, but anytime, if you've bow hunted long enough, you're going to miss deer, and you're not going to kill them if you stay at home. So I had to put myself back together and force myself to get in the same tree the following afternoon.
Well, the White Rock Coulee is a place where we've shot a lot of deer over the years. My wife and I, my brothers, and several other of my friends have shot many nice deer there. So I knew it'd be a good place to put Thomas in the tree stand this year. Well, the bent brow buck is a buck that we've been seeing in there for at least 2 years. I have pictures of him. I have to look back to see if I have a longer history with him, but I know that he's at least 5.5-year-old deer, and definitely a nice mature deer. Good to take out with the herd.
Well, it's day 4 here in North Dakota. We got a major drop in temperature coming tonight. It's supposed to be down to 29 degrees, 28 degrees. And that's going to we really think the deer will be on their feet. So we want to get in the stand a little bit early. That's precisely what we're going to do. We'll see if one comes in. Maybe we can get it done. Catch up with you in the tree.
It's windy. It's North Dakota, and it's day 4. Had a pretty slow sit this morning. Normally after shooting at a deer, I don't like to hunt the same spot, but there's 2 other shooter bucks using this spot. A lot of does, a lot of smaller bucks, and that was the only one we saw last night. And I'm pretty fired up about this. I don't like this much wind normally, but North Dakota, this is the norm, so you just kind of you hang on. We'll see what happens tonight. Stick with us, and maybe we'll get that 10-pointer stuck this time.
And the tree actually had it wide right where the stand was. You can see by the picture I took that there are 2 limbs that come out, and there's nothing straight up and down, which when you're filming, you've got to have the vertical limbs to attach your camera arm to. Well, I run 2 angles, so I get an angle of the shooter, angle of the deer, and I unfortunately was in a hurry, kind of had a negative attitude about the day because I'd missed just prior. So I just slapped him on the tree and went with it. And about partway through the evening, I thought I better straighten these out just in case, because I know that negligence can and does bite you as a hunter. So I readjusted the camera arm. The first one, got it set, was working on the second one, and I heard something behind me. I turned and looked, and here's a big body deer working right down the trail, right into where I was set up, and I knew that I was in position to blow a second hunt in a row. I knew I had to get it done. The deer was basically facing me when I got turned around, and I knew that I didn't have the shot angle, but I had to let the other camera arm dangle freely from the limb that it was on. I managed to turn around, grab my bow off of the hook, turn the other camera on, and at this point I thought I can try to let him turn, get a broadside shot, but he was perfectly calm. The wind was in my favor. He had no idea I was there, but he was very severely quartering to. I do not recommend this shot, but in this circumstance, he could have caught me at any minute as I was wide open, and the hunt would have been over as fast as it started.
Got him! Bent brow buck is down. That is a huge, mature North Dakota whitetail. He's got a giant body. He's 5.5 years old. Oh, man, my heart is pumping. That is a tremendous, tremendous buck.
Got it done. We got a big buck down. We're gonna go find him right now. We got enough sunlight to go take a look, and we're pretty fired up about this, so let's go get him. He kind of went around the rim of this thing. I heard him crash. I know he's down, so we're just kind of gonna head that way. We're not gonna spend a lot of time looking for blood, so let's go get him. Lay right there. Here he is. Oh, size of his body. This is a buck that Josh has been getting pictures of last year, this year. Big old mature buck, heavy mass, but the body on this thing is insane. Man, he has got lots of character. We call this buck the bent brow buck for obvious reasons. His brows are kind of kinked in. But this is a monarch. This is a trophy. He's not going to score the greatest. We're not out here for score. We're out here for an experience. We're out here for a mature buck, and that's exactly what we got. I could not be happier. This has been an awesome week. Last night from the same stand, I missed a dandy 140 class 10-pointer. I just blew it. Down the bow hunting road we go. I couldn't be more excited. Well, here it is, the close of the 2011 North Dakota hunt for me, and it went out with a bang. Fortunately, I was able to harvest a buck that we've been after, one of our target bucks, and he's just got all the characteristics of an old deer. And what makes this even better is Josh has a little bit of history with this deer, and why don't you tell me about that? You have some pictures from years past.
Yeah, I have some pictures of this deer from last year and the year before. We figured him to be a 5.5-year-old deer. Compared to last year, he didn't put on a lot of tine length, but you can tell from the mass that he's definitely mature. His body size is enormous. So definitely a mature deer. Good one to take out of the herd.
One that we're excited about for sure. I'm going to be real happy to put him on my wall back in Iowa. But thanks for sticking with us. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of ups and downs, and in true Thomas Allen fashion, it comes together by a miracle and a miracle only. So Thanks for being a part of it, and we'll see you back in Iowa come November.